I am a failure in every sense of the word. I lost my fight, now I'm left alone on a field with roses. I look around and I see petals cushioning my body. I am a failure, but the world still grants me its kindness. And I breathe. And the air still caresses my lungs with life. I stood up and I started to walk in a direction. I noticed the beach in the distance. I started making my way there. And as I do, I started to think of the way I got here. And I am reminded of a task in which I'm supposed to complete, but considering I am where I am now, I must have failed, because I am a failure. I threaded through mud and tiny pebbles. I was naked, barefooted, but there was no one around, so I felt no shame, and even if there was anyone, why should I care? I am the remnants of dead stars, for God's sake. I should be revered, not shamed. I remembered the task I was given and how big it felt at the time. To create a spaceship capable of traversing the universe using dark matter as its only fuel. I remember celebrations for when the project was announced and how I was the lead director. I was thrown up in crowds and gifted numerous invitations. My name was interchangeable with hope. I was loved. And all this before I even succeeded. They built towers for me, monuments. I was standing on ground so high that I felt my breath thin. I was afraid to fall, like a jester in a court of kings I could not afford to. But I eventually did, because I am a failure, and I took everything down with me. The last thing I remember being the gazes imposed on me, of the disappointment I caused, of how I returned their love with failure. It was a lonely fall. I left the field of roses to enter a tropical forest with sky-piercing trees. The trunks were as big as the houses I used to live in back in the city. The branches housed monkeys that created hanging shelters all through the woods. From below it you could see children playing in webbed vines and adults watching over them. And further on you see workers picking fruits off of leaves and beekeepers attending to nests. There was an entire system of life above me. You see butterflies move in swarms, birds with feathers so beautiful you could have mistaken them with the sun. And it was blinding. They were blinding. I accidentally stepped on a fallen tree branch, and the sound it created caused a chain of alarms with the animals below me. You see ants wearing construction hats and rolling mud onto their hole. You see frogs shaking limbs with snakes compromising a peace deal between two ponds. You see a dad ladybug, mom caterpillar with their kid beetle wearing raincoats and walking home holding hands happily together. You see the kid beetle fall in a puddle and crying, and you see how the parents pick them up and comfort them with their tiny little arms. Then it started to rain for them, heavy rain. They moved quickly to the ground and found themselves at a little coconut hut. With the rain tapping heavily on the window, you see how the family cared for one another. Caterpillar sent her family to the shower while they prepared in the kitchen. And when the water was hot enough, the ladybug took turn in preparing some hot chocolate for them to enjoy together. You see the child sneezes and grabbed all of the blankets they could find, and then made themselves a fort in the living room. It was so warm then, and the rain was so heavy. Outside, floods were starting to form. You see the ants who did not have enough time to enter their nest held each other tightly. Forming a raft saving anyone they can, you see the snakes extending their tails to their new partners. You see beavers opening up dams to let the water flow through. And when the water was at your ankles, you see houses ruined, farm fields swept away. You see the monkeys start to notice the catastrophe. You see them rolling down leaf boats and the butterflies forming arrows to direct the little ones to safety. The ants were even trying to pick you up as well when they saw that the water had reached your hip. Of course they couldn't. As the rain got heavier and heavier and heavier until the flood reached my face, and I saw my own reflection. I was crying. The rain, the destruction came from me. I stopped not wanting to cause any more harm, and I apologized. I thanked the monkeys for showing me community. I thank the ants for showing me compassion. I thank the dad ladybug, mom caterpillar, and kid beetle for showing me family. I thank life for forgiving and not abandoning me. And then I apologized for everything again. But they still acted like I didn't do anything wrong, but I did something wrong. I was the cause of their pain. So I ran away because I still felt like crying. I ran from the forest, ran from everything that I could potentially hurt by being myself. A failure. I know that the pain came from me. So I ran away. And finally, reaching the beach, there in the ground, I saw myself. I was made of sand and gold with touch so coarse that I could skin a jellyfish if I wanted to. And around me I saw sandcastles, monuments, much like the ones my people made for me before. And in the center of it all, I saw the spaceship fully made in all its glory. I saw banners and wine bottles getting explosively opened. I saw my friends and colleagues with their smiles so big it could contend with the horizon. And approaching them, there I was again, chest filled with medals like a refrigerator after the owners got back from a worldwide trip. I had a new mission then, to operate the spaceship and find my race a new place to call home. I was delegated to be the representative of humanity, to be one of the stars. I shook hands and bowed to heads, kissed cheeks and held up babies. I was waving bravely at the spectators, broadcasted heavily through the television. My name would soon be one of light. And then I entered the spaceship, having only one seat at its cockpit. I pulled out a picture from my suit and then sticked it on the glass as I ready up the launch. And before I knew it, the countdown went down so fast and I sprouted up out of the atmosphere in an instant. I had a new mission then, a new task, new expectations to be met. And from below you could see people dispersing from the scene, cheering something good happened today. We did that, we made it. I was seeing the what ifs, what would happen if I actually completed my task. And now I see that I've really just been met with another one, a nobler one. But I did not ask for all of this. I wanted to stay with everyone. I wanted to be a florist and give more beauty to the world. But that was viewed as an inferior desire, something not worth considering. Why would you not want to be the best version of yourself, they said. Best version according to who? You? Who are you to define my life for me? Who are you to label me as a failure? Me? Failure? Where's the we in that? Didn't we succeed? Didn't we made it? So why am I the only failure? You tell me that you love me, you tell me that I am loved, but I don't feel it. Rather, I am so scared of disappointing you. You make me feel like I am an investment, with how your care seems to only be limited to whether or not I can shield you from your own feelings and insecurities. I know I failed you and I'm sorry I said that to you. But when you tell me to be better, when you tell me to learn from my mistakes, I can't help but to feel like you don't love me for me. That I need to always be striving to be someone I'm not. And I can't do that. I am the mistake. I am the failure. Don't you get it? I ran away because it hurts. My heart bends in a way that it has never done before. I can't take it anymore. The moon responded with nothing when I finished ranting. She did, however, send a huge wave that took all the sculpture with her back to the ocean, leaving only a small boat for me to get on. I complied and I pushed myself onto the open water. And on board I listened to the waves which helped calm me down. And I listened to the breeze and felt a brave sand grain still suck on my soul. But it didn't matter. None of this matters. When I glanced down, I could see a plume of jellyfish, a pod of whales, and a galaxy of starfish. Strange how it copied what's above. I exited the boat wanting to be closer to everything, the borders between life and death, and I floated up on the sea alone with my thoughts. I thought of the people whom I left. I thought of their guilt had I drowned. And then I thought of the expectations they gave me, and I thought of how much it must have hurt them as well. Even if they wouldn't admit it, I thought of how much my failure hurt them. I thought of how much they considered it was their own. Of not being a good friend, supporter, person, I thought of leaving it all behind. But I love my life. Why couldn't things just stay the way they were? I am happy as I am. I am a failure, but only according to their definition, not mine. And I love them, but I just wish that they loved themselves more. At least more than I do. And I guess it's time for me to love myself too. And to let myself go. To let all of this go.
Hi everyone, Evan Park here. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Sorry it took a while, and if you really like the video, I hope that you can give it a like and subscribe and comment down below to help me with the algorithm. I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. No, she's not. Um, all jokes aside, I really do appreciate you watching, and yeah, I hope that you engage because I really do want to make this YouTube thing work. And yeah, I will try to upload more consistently while keeping the quality that this video has. But yeah, things has just been a lot, and I hope I hope you can help me. Yes, this is begging. I am begging. I am so desperate. I want this to work, okay? So thank you again. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. And I will catch you on the next video. Again, I love you. That will be my last words. I'll catch you later. Alligator. Goodbye. Bye, ma.